And meanwhile,
this is all being recorded.
No. Well, yes, by Twitch, but not.
But I mean, the video is being recorded, right?
Not until hit play.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay, but I just want to make sure we have it all. We've got it all set up.
Yeah,
everything's cool.
it is all set up. All I gotta do is hit the magical play button, which I will not yet for sake of memory.
Don't forget to do that.
Yes.
And I will make sure Craig and Georg join us
Eventually, when everyone is here.
Yeah.
Sorry about cutting it so
What's the
close
button
on
to
my
do
end.
that? Is it period? No, it's backslash. Okay,
That's-
backslash.
You're just getting into you're just getting into character, just coming in right at the nick of time to save the day.
Yes. As Gumshoe always does.
Wait, is he Gumshoe for this case? I only really looked at mine.
Yes. I
Yeah.
am.
Does everyone know the rules? Please double check.
Everyone has a role in this case, so make sure you know who
Sorry
you
about
are.
that. Apparently, the pork will be done in 10 minutes actually meant dinner is going to be served in 30 minutes.
Oof. But you made it, so I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, had I known, I would have taken my shower beforehand instead of rushing to get it in the 10 minutes between finishing and getting here.
Let's go. Claps in chat for Chess over here. Heck yeah. Good job, man.
Yeah, let me get chat opened up. Twitch.
I have been practicing my Bronco Knight for a while, so I hope it sticks.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I've been neglecting any sort of voice stuff mostly because I've been playing maybe too much Death Note Killer Within, which is basically just a Death Note spin on Among Us.
Oh,
It is very fun.
that does sound pretty fun. By the way, who are you like on this case? I'm curious.
Legon.
me.
So,
Oh yes.
Oh,
did you...
Yes.
He's the killer.
John Doe.
John Doe.
So, I
John
have
Doe.
to ask, was it intended to have the pony of the group being the guy named Bronco?
Yes.
That was not intentional, but it was mostly just Zeus wanted to voice him, so I just gave it to him.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to do him for a while because he's a character in this case. So.
The irony is enjoyable nonetheless.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've heard
Even though
different.
I got another match recorded today.
There's not a lot of dubs on AAI2, sadly, so I have to like go with like my interpretation of Bronco Knight and like a little bit of inspiration from other voices I came up with. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, that's what I do with every single thing that I do voices for. Every single game I do.
Someone inspires you, and you're like, heck yeah, I'm gonna emulate that guy.
No, literally, it's just like, okay, character is right here. Let me give him a voice. Will this work? Yeah, this will work. Okay, this is the voice I'm doing from here on. It's literally just like last moment choice. If I'm lucky, I have an appearance to base it off of.
Well, you do for this game, so if you ever have a question about future characters, I'm sure Flair can slide a reference back in DMs without spoiling much.
Yeah, I can. If any of you want to know like what your character looks like, I'll send a picture of them.
I think
I make the
everyone,
decision when I see him.
I think everyone knows what their character looks like, except maybe Kaylin with Tabby Lloyd, I guess.
Maybe.
But I think she'll pick it up quick. We'll just say, hey, just bring us your best Southern charm to the character. There you go. That's the intention. That's the way she's written.
Yeah. Give
Basically,
us your best, not a lot of heart.
exactly. Be a lot of heart, but then don't be her. Be peppier, I guess. She's like a nice lot of heart, I'd say. A nicer lot of heart.
She's a more cooperative lot of heart, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Southern is an accent that can be a nice one to practice with.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. Okay, so we're gonna get a little time check on everybody else.
Where are our two ladies?
Why are you late? Coming!
Said
Yes,
she's coming.
it's coming.
Alright, I'm gonna swap off music tracks. Just a standard menu theme while we're waiting. But to those already joining me in the audience, how do we sound? Honest opinion over here, so let me know.
Yes.
So I do realize for the dub streams, I was definitely louder than you guys, so I'm kind of cringe at that. I should have picked that up sooner. But this time around, I'm like, all right, I think I lowered my gains. I should be a little bit louder than all of you, but not by much. Not by much at all.
Okay.
The audio normalization is a problem that perhaps one day will be solved.
Oh.
Today is not that day.
Brad and I know the pain from my little investigations.
Oh god, yeah.
We somehow did it though. You played it, right, Flair?
I've played it multiple times.
Yep.
I mean, by we did it, I think you mean our audio engineer did it.
That's true. But we still had to QC it, like make sure it sounds good.
Oh yeah.
And also all the line splitting we had to do manually. Like we wanted to sync up everything to text chat. I say it was worth it, but my goodness, it was a lot of work.
I liked how it worked out, but yeah, it was an endeavor.
I'm proud of what we did. And case 2 would have been phenomenal.
You guys did a good job.
Thank you.
I'm still upset that we never got more. But I'm happy with what you were able to put out.
You and me both, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Like definitely, case 1 was like our proving grounds case that we can write a complete story.
I'm at least glad that we got one out before the team
Imploded.
disintegrated.
Kaylin has arrived.
Kaylin!
Je suis arrivé.
Hooray!
I need water.
Also, I think you sound just fine, but I'm checking.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Yes. I'm gonna lower you a little bit on my end, but you're good. Hear you loud and clear.
I can turn off my fan if you need.
I don't hear the fan in the background. Also, big screech from Overgrowth. Screech!
She'll be here soon.
She's been like, why traffic? Ah! So...
I mean, honestly, Easter is an interesting weekend.
What a way to kickstart this dub, which is right on Easter Sunday.
I know. 420 haze it.
Okay, I got my water.
Get it, all your 420 jokes. I know just got plenty of them.
Easter 420, raise it.
We blazing over here. Edgeworth on the good stuff.
Look, all we just need to do is weed out all the jokes, okay?
It begins.
I'll be blunt. I didn't like that.
Just gotta nip it in the bud.
Oh gosh. It's gonna be like this all night. I love it. And we're almost ready for our overlords.
We just gotta wrap it up. Come on, we gotta wrap it up.
Oops.
Hot joke.
That was the best one.
Yeah.
All right, so I will read it once again. Kaylin, you know your role for the case, right?
Yes, Tabby Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. And just a little FYI, she's basically not a lot of heart. Just that's all the context you need. Southern Belle Charm.
Southern Belle Charm. I can certainly do Southern Belle.
Mm-hmm.
I can do my best.
Mm-hmm. Just
Charlotte DeBoeuf.
Yep, just a peppy reporter that we'll get to talk to lots. And we have a mysterious John Doe in the mix. Can't wait for that reaction.
Woo!
That'll be Legon doing John Doe, just regular old John Doe. Just the guy we meet.
Nothing special.
Just the guy.
It's just me.
No one. He's just a normal person. Nothing suspicious about him at all.
Until you see him.
Why are we building it up so
Don't be
much?
suspicious.
The way you're building him up, I'm half expecting him to start talking about his penis.
My motives are very complex.
God.
I honestly do not remember any of this game, so this will be fun.
It's been a while since I played, so it'll be.
I haven't even played this game, so yeah, this will be very new to me.
This will technically be the third Ace Attorney I've ever played.
Third.
Oh,
Counting the first Investigations game, and he's only ever played the first Ace Attorney game.
yep.
I did tell him that for the duology, it's probably best to experience the first 2 games, but we'll get you caught up because perhaps John Doe might have something to do with a character you won't recognize, but we'll fill you in.
Gotcha.
Let's heck and go.
Unless I recognize it from the memes and
Look.
random videos.
You might recognize him from a meme. I don't know.
Like I said, it's just a guy. Just like I'm just a guy with hair that looks
No.
like mine, kind of.
I'm just Ken.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, Katie.
Oh, no.
Why?
Don't worry, I have my mouse.
Why
over-
is nothing in your life work?
Alright, arranged, art style's good, English, set. Yep, so we're all set, just waiting for Kay! Where is she? We need our thief girl to start.
Driving on the road at 10 miles per hour.
She is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Her
I
car doesn't
can
accelerate.
fill in if we really need to get started.
With their hazards on? What?
I think we can wait a
I
little
think
bit.
she's stuck in first gear.
Oh no!
I think she's here now.
Awesome.
I think she's just getting on her laptop. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, hopefully they're not texting while driving.
If it's a stick shift, probably are just stuck in first gear.
Now she's gonna raise the audio 1. There we go. Because the music in this game demands it! I love the soundtrack. Let's go!
Yes. Oh boy.
Oop, no, not this game. That game! Yes!
No, we need to go back to do the
Prosecutors
first game. In fact, what we need to do is we need to go back and replay Turnabout Ablaze. So
Yes!
we're all caught up.
Again. Extraterritorial rights.
Yes. Extraterritorial rights. I remember.
Oh
the
wait,
first
do I
game.
need to set up the counter again?
We might have a
No,
count for
no.
something. Yeah, no.
We-
Go ahead.
No counter for that. Although, actually, you might need to change the counter for because there's no more nook and cranny investigation dialogue. They changed it in this game to
Okay, no more
else.
nooks and crannies. No more hooks
Yeah.
and grannies.
Nope. No, unfortunately not.
Hey! She made it!
Arrived.
We're all here. All right, get Gyork.
Alright, I need to hear your...
All right.
Get the robots.
Let me get the bots in here.
Yes, I need to hear your voice so I could...
Oh, wait, no, I hear you now.
Okay,
You got the good microphone?
I'm so sorry.
you made it.
I could not.
Now recording.
Now recording.
Okay, gotta... There we go.
And
All
the
right.
other one has arrived.
Our
Crop out.
bot friends have returned. Good to see you again after 2 months.
Alright, so
Howdy do.
finally I can do introductions again, just for new viewers. Hello, everybody! Happy Easter to those who celebrated. We are here once again after a 2+ month hiatus to bring you what I find very rare in the fandom and actually double this whole game. So, we're doing it. The calling accepted better game of the duology, and as last time around, I'm going to introduce people from to right. So, far left we have Brightfire. Once again, joining.
Hello.
Next to him, Chessrook44, common guest on my channel.
Greetings to you, and happy Zombie Jesus Day.
Yes, praise Zombie Jesus. Of course, next to him, we have our pith helmet wearing friend Flair.
The Easter Bunny is Jesus' persona. Convince me otherwise.
That's a theory.
Oh,
All right, next to him,
a
we have-
game theory?
Oh no. We have Kaylin once again coming back.
420, praise it!
Yeah! Brace yourself for all the jokes, everybody. Next to her, Legon. And last but not least...
silent.
Yep. He's preparing himself. And
I'm just a normal person.
Yes. Last but not least, Overgrowth. Yes.
Oh yes,
It's back.
the yippies will really be back.
Alright, everybody. We all know our rules. Are we ready?
Hell yeah!
I am ready.
Yeah.
Yup.
All right.
Let's freaking
Overgrowth
go.
and Brightfire, be
Hold on,
prepared.
hold
'cause
on.
You're gonna start.
Hold on, let me prepare my roll.
I've got
Yeah,
the
I
thing
had my
open.
roll.
Alright.
I got the
You
thing.
got
open.
natural 16.
I am hitting the recording button officially. We are now live.
For real.
Good. I did not enjoy being dead.
Alright, so we gotta do sync up, yeah?
Hey, you were dead
that
before
is
you were
true.
alive.
You've
True.
been dead
I guess
longer
it's
than
fitting
you've
that I
been
came back to life on Easter Sunday.
Let's go.
People die when they're killed.
Yeah.
Not for Kingdom Hearts characters.
That's
No,
true.
not at all.
I'll kill you to death.
Already Doctor Who character.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
immortalized.
All right, let's go.
We ready?
Yep.
Sync,
one
right?
second.
Yeah.
Stream
Yep.
is lagging.
Oh, yeah, we
on
should
my
do that.
end.
How is it? Are you good, Katie? Overgrowth?
Let me rejoin it.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, we're good.
Okay, sync time.
All right, ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 6.
Objection! Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we all still refuse to do normal stuff.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one still clapping.
There is no normal, only Zool.
Alright, Legon, you are now... Oh yeah, to those in the chat, it's gonna be Legon piloting this case, second case, and fourth case, and Brightfire will handle 3 and 5, because it is indeed their first playthroughs. So,
Hooray.
here we go.
All right, here we go.
Let's go!
Turnabout trigger.
Woo!
Yep, so it should be Overgrowth first. Yep.
Turnabout trigger.
A CG plane.
Here he comes! The presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. It's making its final approach and lands right on Gourd Lake. Just listen to that crowd! Welcome, Yang Fa! Welcome, Mr. President!
And now, sir, your audience awaits. Honored friends and allies, I am here to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more, thanks to the Prosecutor's office of your great country. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget, the battle against evil rages on. Here today I make this most solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with this hammer of justice. Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can.
I must go. My people need me.
Exactly.
Hang on, I need
We
to get trust for.
We just glorify all attorneys and prosecutors here in Japanifornia. It's great.
Yes, we do.
My poor
Alright.
cat was sitting next to me, all curled up, and then I screamed.
Quick,
Oh,
quick,
no.
quick context. This game takes place 2 weeks after the first game. That's all you gotta know.
Wow, these
More
sprites are so
specifically-
animated.
More specifically, it takes place 10 days after the end of Turnabout Ablaze.
He has had a very bad, month.
Spring.
The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. One with the food. All right, first duper, yay.
Let's go. 3 lines in.
The buffoon.
The moment the phone rang.
The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. I was hoping it was right, but nope.
Who is Gumshoe this case?
That's you.
Oh, that's me? I wasn't sure because it's question mark.
Well, we don't know who this guy is. We've never met him before.
The game
Obviously,
assumes.
you've never met this man.
Well,
No,
geez,
this is the
I
first
thought it
time
was
we've seen
someone
him
off
in this
screen. Mr. Edgeworth.
You've never met him before. Who is this man?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like the Loki meme. I've never met this man before in my life.
What the hell? Are we just the judge now?
Who is
Yeah,
this
we-
mysterious man?
Okay, we all take the amnesia pill between games. It's only for mental health and safety.
Thank goodness you're here, sir. It's a fun game. I heard it's pretty good. But
Yeah,
seriously,
no, you
thank
should
goodness
play
you're
it.
here.
So
Thank-
what
thank
are
goodness you're
extraterritorial
here.
rights again?
This is a stranger I just met. I have no idea who he is. Apparently he's Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases, apparently. First I've heard of it. How is the president, detective?
We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth, but I heard they just missed his ear.
Yep. Here we go with these jokes.
He turned to the left to look at the Steel Samurai.
Some people say it was staged.
That one guy in the background that keeps jumping up and down looks like he's like trying to zip up his fly or something.
Oh my god, it's Edgeworth on stage. Oh god.
The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago.
I see. I hope he's alright. Then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead.
Right away, sir.
That's Tabby Lloyd.
This is you, Kaylin.
Hey! I said hey! Yeah, you ruffles!
Who's that? Who's that little jumping bean?
You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't ya? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd?
No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me.
Oof.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that!
Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me.
Nope, you deal with the riffraff on my behalf. Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. What that means is going to be fruitless because you don't remember anything. All right, what have you got? Nothing, apparently. All right.
Well, the scene was right here at God Lake, as you already know.
Why?
Right, I know.
Yes,
I knew
thank
God
you.
Lake. I knew God Lake was big enough to hide some sort of giant creature, allegedly, but I didn't realize it was big enough for a plane to land in it.
I want to
Apparently
know
it's big
why
enough.
food is vacuum sealed against his body.
It's apparently big enough to hold this guy's pecs.
What a
Look at that
president.
man.
He needs to have a good tailor. He needs to have a good tailor.
I didn't know.
Mr.
Taylor's a magician.
I didn't know Zhang Fa specialized in exporting beef.
Zing.
Dead boy!
A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhang Fa.
Don't worry
Dijun
about-
Wang. What?
Don't worry about the fact that, despite the fact that the U.S. is real and Europe is real, that Zhengfa definitely is also real. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Not China.
Dijun.
It's just a little country between France and Spain.
No, it's the furry convention.
That
That's
too.
where all the furries come from.
It's the whole dang country.
Really?
Dijun
Because I
Wang.
thought if anyone was
Yes.
going to be going up against this guy, it would be some short little twink in a green tunic.
Yes.
Hey,
Am I wrong?
You're not
justice
wrong.
for Link!
Well, he
Yes,
even
for
I mean,
Link.
he even has like the pointy ears that people from Hyrule have and everything.
It's
He
such
really
a stabbable
does just look
forehead.
like
I mean, honestly, I can't really argue with it because he does turn into a bunny when he's in the dark world.
Oh my goodness.
Yujun Wang turns into a bunny?
Zelda is
No,
furry
Link-
awakening all over the place. Confirmed.
No, Link turns into a bunny and Link
Wait,
to the
Wait,
past.
you say Zelda is a furry awakening, but I think based on one of the previous games, it was revealed that Zelda herself is actually a scaly.
Excuse me?
Look,
Honestly-
they all.
Listen, if you knew what I'm actually referencing.
Oh.
Link also is a wolf furry, so like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he turns into a bunny, then he turns into a wolf.
The most furry of Nintendo characters. Got it.
He's just
We-
very confused
Anyway.
about his identity.
Guys, we lasted 5 minutes with it.
We can't, we
can't help
managed to get
ourselves.
off topic
And you're
already.
complaining about this? This is our MO.
Dijun, we've got an
known us
attempted
for how
murder on our
long?
hands here.
Edgeworth is like, I'm tired of this.
Dijun,
Hi, I'm
Dijun
Chester.
Wang.
Have you met me?
Yes, I read about his visit.
Oh my god, this is gonna take in forever.
It's been
We're on the
all
first
over the-
case, guys. Come on.
Listen, just be glad none of us have made a Wang joke yet.
I'm
damn it.
trying
Wow.
to continue.
Why are you encouraging it?
I was trying to make a Dijon mustard joke myself.
What?
Great.
How?
It's
No. You see, it's ketchup coming out of his head, not mustard.
This is what 2 months away looks like, guys. I love it.
No,
my gosh.
Dijon Wang.
Dijun Wang. It's been all over the news for a few days now. That's not the line, but it's what I've decided it is now. Get in my pocket.
It was raining until just before he landed. Luckily, it let up and he went on stage as planned.
Good. I hear cats hate the rain.
And then, smack dab in the middle of his speech, bang! A gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently.
And a blood splatter landed on the camera. Apparently.
Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir.
Oh, then you're useless to me. You were summoned on short notice as well?
I was. Right in the middle of my day off.
I'm sorry,
He
Gumshoe,
gets days off?
how can you afford to take a day off?
I can't.
I've made sure
It's,
that your salary is pennies.
I can't afford to take a day off, but, you know, union rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we better make an exception for you. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case.
10 days of it.
And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
The boss?
Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park, saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away, he's the only man for the job. Something like that.
I see.
Oh, they cordoned off the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know.
So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good.
Theoretically.
The next
Unless
person
he
who
ran
drops
the
dead,
second he fired the shot.
the next
Oh,
person
it's
who
a
drops
sniper
dead
who
would be
did it
right
from
next
2
to the
miles away.
assassin. Perfect. We'll play it by Among Us rules. Whoever's next to the body is guilty.
Actually, I think we just need to find the person who's missing their middle finger on their right hand or something.
No, look.
Yes.
We just eject them all one by one, and we'll get it right eventually.
Oh, I know. All we gotta do is find this really tall building and start throwing people off. The one who survives by landing in a haystack, that's the assassin.
Beautiful.
All these ideas are too complicated. I'm just gonna nuke the place.
It's the only way to be sure.
Look, it's less complicated than throwing them into the lake and looking for the one that floats.
Also true.
Whoever's the assassin will be eaten by Gordy.
Did you say the line?
Now all you gotta do is find them in the middle of that crowd before they strike again.
You're right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose, despite all of our joking around. Let's begin with the basics.
And search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Every
Every nook
cranny
and
and nook,
cranny.
you might say.
No, Gumshoe, I have some bad news to break to you. I have since abolished that saying. I have a new one now.
Are you looking
learn it
for
soon
crooks
enough.
and grannies?
Nope. Especially not grannies. God, do not remind me of her. Precisely. Hello, player. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue.
No way, Edgeworth, really?
That is the power of logic. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe. How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized?
Very well.
Apparently not,
Well-
if a gun went off.
Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions? They
The
look
many-
like twins.
What are you talking about, Gumshoe?
One
No,
of
they're
them
just wearing
tells-
identical face masks.
One
One
of
of
them
them
did it.
tells nothing but the truth, and the other tells nothing but lies.
Ah, classic riddle.
Don't worry, I know how to do this. I shoot one of them, and then ask the other guy if I shot him.
If I want to talk with them, I'll need to walk over and press the space bar.
Hey,
This is how we always interact.
Remember from the first game how we were like, hey, sound can go through windows. Now Edgeworth is like, how do I walk? I
To be fair, this is the
tutorial time,
tutorial.
okay?
I think I remember how to walk, but I'm
Listen,
not sure.
the difference is that happened in the fourth case. and
You
this is
put
happening in
one
the
foot
first.
in front of the other, and then you start moving.
No, you use the directional keys, obviously.
Thankfully, there's no confusing case timeline shenanigans. Thankfully. You just do it.
Oh, so it's
All
told
right.
in order this time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
Hooray.
it's wonderful.
Yay,
It's,
no
this is you,
timey-wimey
Bright.
shit.
Extras.
That's
Yeah, Bright and Katie, you two are going to be extras for this case, so be on the lookout for anyone that's not a character.
Can I help? Can I help you?
You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how his security detail was arranged during the speech?
Two of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage.
But hold up, they were attached to him? With a rope? Or glued? What do you mean they were attached? Explain yourself.
This isn't our first rodeo.
Ah, so he was tied with a rope. Got it.
Anything suspicious in that crowd, we would have spotted it right away.
I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned.
But we can leave nooks and crannies.
Yes, we've left those behind.
She's back.
So that's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure as something seeing pros at work. Care to share a little about what happens with the information you got a hold of it?
Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted.
Hey, Ruffles, I asked you the question, dang it. What happens next?
Like the name Ruffles.
Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections, right, sir?
Well, I prefer Ruffles over the fan translation where it says
Detective!
Scruffy.
You are leaking confidential information!
Don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say? And what's next?
Well, I guess you'd say we'd connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master.
You could say it's my forensic forte.
No, this is not rain code.
My forte is using logic. I can view what information I have with Q, and then connect it with T. But not the dreaded letter. We don't talk about that one. I should try it now. Just a quick press of Q, and we'll be off down the path of logic.
Okay, Alt F4.
Get me into my mind palace. All right, now let's see here. This puzzle piece goes here.
I don't know, this is tricky. Are you sure about that?
Maybe this way around? This might be right, actually. Okay, let's see.
I wonder.
Smash them together, and oh my god, they made babies! Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrator still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat.
No, but it's a nice feat.
You're right. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated.
I love the icon for that one.
It's so good.
That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh?
It's called common sense.
I'd be worried if it did.
Indeed. All we need to do is to find the right clues, then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and my mind will explode.
Oh no.
And we'll only wind up further from the truth as a result. Because if I'm not here, we all know we're screwed.
Not
Which means I must
necessarily.
be-
I mean, I
has to
could
take
call
over.
that one guy, you know, the one who wears the blue.
What? We
That
don't know
man.
him. He has no name. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Begin investigation.
Let's get this investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious.
All right,
Like
Gumshoe,
that
give me
girl
your
down there.
Oh, hold. I don't swing that way, Gumshoe. To examine
you-
things, I simply need to walk up to them and press the space bar.
Wait, are you saying
how
she
we
doesn't
check.
look suspicious?
Don't
I'm
look
saying-
suspicious.
no,
Don't
Gumshoe,
look
I'll-
suspicious.
I'll tell you when you're older. And if I wish to speak with the detective, I should use the T.
What do you mean when I'm
older
older?
than you?
Didn't I already happen to have a girlfriend?
Yes, that's the point. She's just your girlfriend. If you knew anything else, well, I'd be worried for her.
He doesn't understand what being gay is.
So the president had a nasty surprise while he was giving his speech.
Same thing happened to me when I was a kid, right in the middle of a public speaking
You were
contest.
shot at?
Look, it was high school and the kids used spitballs.
Same deal.
There I was, yammering away, when all of a sudden, an earthquake almost jumped out of my skin.
That sounds terrifying. Not the part about you being a coward, the part about you jumping out of your skin. That's disgusting. Even the word earthquake makes me queasy. Only I'm allowed to be afraid of those.
What? You were listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were ignoring my little aside like always.
Wow.
You're so mean to him.
And? What's your point? What is the officer here taking pictures of, Detective?
I guess overgrowth for this one?
The wicked will be crushed beneath the righteous hammer of justice.
Looks like he's reading off of these papers here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Pro speech tips number 3. Speak slowly and look directly at the player to confidently win your audience. Wait.
Speak slowly and confidently.
Speak slowly and confidently to win your audience around. Hey, this is good stuff. Better get a shot of this one too.
Instead of focusing on that speech, how about you focus on your work instead, officer?
Even a president can't do speeches by himself, apparently.
Is the president okay?
No.
We're not at liberty to share that information with local law enforcement.
What did you just say to him? You let us on that plane, pal, or you might just regret it.
Sorry, I can't let you do that.
No one respects the badge anymore.
I suppose this is something of an international incident. One could say it might involve a certain type of rights.
Oh no.
Now,
Here we go
all the more
again.
reason to all the more reason to find the killer as soon as we possibly can, so that we no longer have to indulge in those rights. No! Oh no! No! Oh!
I was surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistaking it.
It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone.
Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon at a welcome party for a foreign president.
It is a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation?
Yes, of Japanifornia. Praise the samurai.
Here we go. Here's my new phrase. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Pause.
I don't think...
Night Sky Gem with the follow. Thank you. Please enjoy the stream and the team here.
That's gross. I hate that new phrase.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
It's the flag of Zhengfa. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this?
Something the matter, sir?
You don't see it, detective? There's something unusual about this flag. Compare it
There's
with
a
the one
hole
on
in
the
it.
others. You're Gumshoe, I didn't realize you were smart enough to come to that conclusion on your own.
What are you
Compare it with the
talking
one
about?
on the
I'm
other
not the
side
one
of
who
the
said...
stage, if you will.
Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate.
Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think?
Right, of course. Is it... I give up. Come on, spill the beans. Is it because it's not flapping in the wing and is as limp as, I'd say something, but, I don't want the rest of the
Once
people
again,
here
I
to
will
yell
tell
at me
you-
again.
I will tell you when you're older. You can lead a horse to water.
Zeus?
Yes.
Can you be led to water?
But he'll fly away once you do.
Yes. Give me a reason to stay by the water, huh?
Look
Hold on,
closely.
hold on,
Do you
let me
see
find
the
a hot
hole?
Do you see the hole, Gumshoe?
Oh,
You
look
must
at that.
aim
You're
for
right,
it.
sir. Truly, this
And note-
flag is divine. You know, whole.
And God dang it. And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistaking it.
A bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag?
What? No, God, Gumshoe, you're such an idiot. Obviously, a dog went through it. Yes, a bullet went through it, you nitwit.
Breaks your heart, don't it? I know you're a bit of a Sammy.
We don't talk about that, Gumshoe. It does. What villainy could have befallen him?
Witnesses said he popped right about when the gun went off.
Which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck the balloon. I've solved the case. This was not an assassination attempt on the president. It was an assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai.
No way. Also,
We did it, gang.
also, Serenity says hydrate, and wishes us all a happy Easter once more.
Oh, alright. Let me get my milk real quick.
Slurp, hydrate
Hold on.
before you
Edward's-
dehydrate.
Edward's gotta drink his milk.
Looks like we got a case of a cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands.
Oh, you bet your biscuits, Gumshoe. This is sacrilege! I won't rest until the culprit has been apprehended! Edgeworth is going feral now. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape.
Jeez.
We won't, sir. You can count on it.
Edgeworth is now on all four limbs, literally just foaming at the mouth, looking down at the steel samurai.
Mr. Edgeworth? Someone quick, call the medic!
Sorry. I'm fine. I think I've gathered myself and enough information for the moment. No promises of what I might do in the future, though, when I find this heinous criminal. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out.
Well, cue time, yes.
Cue.
All right, let's see. Assassination attempt. Balloon. It's a flag with the bullet hole. If we insert the flag into the hole, let's see. If we do that, we get more babies. There is a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too.
Which means 2 shots were fired. Right, sir?
God damn.
Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well, remember?
I mean, unless the bullet happened to go through the flag and then hit one of the things.
Congratulations, Gumshoe. I thought I would have to explain it to you. Equally, the hole in the flag and the bullet hole... Sorry, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet.
Oh, you were about to say that. I honestly didn't realize.
Yes, I was. But I'm proud of you for being able to come to that conclusion on your own. You are improving.
Do I get a cookie?
No, you get a crumb.
Aww.
Be thankful for that. That's still high above your pay grade. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were.
Easiest investigation
Investigation
ever.
complete. All right, on with the investigation.
Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figured out something, huh? Get it, Chef?
Who exactly is she, and why does she keep shouting at us?
Rubbernecker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case.
Come on, give me something here.
We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine. Let's see if she can tell us anything.
There y'all are. Tabloid at your service.
Oh, tabloid. I
Yep.
get it.
Oh.
Puns will never die in the series. Ever.
I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but...
Looking into the case? Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask.
Well, can you tell me any exclusive details you want to share? How about the pup? Have they made any demands? What about them their ruffles? Was there a fella with a cravat like that?
Hold it!
What?
Hold it! Shut up! Can you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here.
Dang, I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece.
I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many... Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard?
Why, I most certainly cannot.
I beg
Alright,
your
we'll
pardon?
find another witness then.
All right, good.
Bye.
Fine. Bye.
I don't think she can hear anything with those headphones on her
I
head.
just can't be handing out leads for free. That's my livelihood.
Aw, come on. Don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes.
Me? Hold out on you? Well, if y'all aren't gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye!
Wait. It's not like we have like 30 other people we can ask around here.
Wait for what exactly, huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone.
We're fresh out of moves here. Again, it's not like we have 30 other people we can ask.
But however, the ad department's been stretched thin and they only have so much budget, so...
But I'm the only one with a face.
I'm the only
Out
one
of
with a stripe.
moves. Hmm?
What about that
I
one
wouldn't
who is
please for
bouncing
sure.
over there?
Oh, yeah. Very sus.
Don't you know? They added more art for this version.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess. And
Did
what does
someone
one do
say
in
my name?
chess? And what does one do in... I wasn't finished reading that line.
To the history we go.
And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others.
Sorry, sir, but this is all going way over my head. I tend to prefer checkers.
Of course, you're a checkers person. Inferior kind. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome.
Look, I may prefer checkers, but at least I'm not a backgammon player. Those guys
You're
are
right.
weird.
We can at least have that together. Watch and learn, Detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words.
Everybody? Oop, not yet.
When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Toss a grenade down there.
I was going to say fishing rod.
Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move.
Logic chess.
Welcome.
And hi-ya!
Mind chess round.
You are now in the chess dimension. You cannot escape.
I can escape. I know exactly how to escape. Again, look at my name.
Now, we must analyze the state of play.
Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you give me something in return.
Oh, a pawn and a king. Easy game. Easy. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken.
Hell yeah.
But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move.
Hot and fast, just the way I like it.
In other words, I must be conscious of not... I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but of wasting time. I think that's what it said.
Oops.
That said, I can't afford to waste... In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time.
Time
That
passes.
said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated...
You're fixing to ask me something more you dang well ask it already?
I'm going over tutorial. Shut up. I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce like a rabbit. Wait, no. We're not bringing the furries back into this.
Too late.
I should begin by finding out what it is that she does.
You on the
All right. Time to make my opening gambit.
So
A
we're no longer
prosecutor's
going to be
gambit, you
pushing
could
every
say.
single thing, are we?
Mind chess commence. Alright, what is it that you do? Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do?
You on the weekends.
Don't think that way, I've been over this already.
Sure, I could totally not do that. I think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. That's my job.
Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about?
Shut up! I don't know why I break up. That's what you're insinuating.
Now this is where you're gonna make a decision. Press them or wait.
Don't you see? There's nowhere left to hide.
I'm not rightly sure what you're getting at there, Ruffles.
Curses! I should have picked my words more wisely.
Yep, that's logic chess. Gotta make a
It's more effective to bide my time the more agitated or upset my opponent seems. And when they're vulnerable, that's the time to go on the verbal offensive.
Yep, so we can just skip past all this.
That's what you're insinuating.
Edgeworth is really good at being verbally offensive.
I'm a law-abiding, everyday citizen. You ain't got no reason to say otherwise.
Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be a very important work indeed.
Huh? Well, sure, I guess. Leastways, it will be once I bag me my first big scoop.
Aha! I see. It's a scoop you're after. Obviously, you're an ice cream salesman.
Obviously, we figured it out.
No,
So
no,
you're a
no. I'm
journalist,
pretty sure
is
she
that
actually
correct?
walks dogs for a living. You know, with the using a poopa scoopa.
I can see that.
Okay. Anyway, so you're a journalist, is that correct? I've shattered your pawn with my pawn.
Dang. Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cub on the heat. Wow, my brain went the heat, and I was just like, what the? The hungriest cub on the beat.
Go there.
Phrasing!
Jeez, I don't need to know that.
My
TMI.
That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved, minus the almost criminal wordplay. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry, except let's steer away from the cub part.
Yes, please.
With the
So
opening
what's
moves
it like-
concluded,
So what's it like being a cub in heat?
no, let's not, no, we're not doing that.
no,
With the opening
pause.
moves, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us?
No.
Move on, please.
All right, now here we go.
At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime?
Come on, no Ruffles. I ain't gonna give a little tabby or something first.
Absolutely not. You give it me.
But I ain't giving you none neither. Think I'm a sucker. Think again.
She does seem like a lollipop.
Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something.
Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger.
I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Ain't more than the sound of a little gunfire to face me.
You may be a pro, as you put it, but I say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something.
Double ding. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Wound up reporting on a shooting. And you'll get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles.
If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. Your report, which means you must have been making a record of some kind.
You got more questions. You gotta give me something first. That's the deal.
I am not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know.
Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help ya.
Time to deploy my clue. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where is yours?
Go!
My knight!
Your knight.
Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. Dang it, near where my shoes. Dang near where my shoes are running around on this one. Yeah. God, New York accents. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me.
I'm not just anyone, young lady. I am Miles frickin' Edgeworth. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Don't you young lady me, you ain't getting it no matter how many times you ask.
Oh, so should we old lady you?
God, do not remind me.
You understand, don't you, Ruffles? Ain't nothing personal.
I understand that your job is a difficult one.
You do? Well, ain't that sweet?
And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed.
No, I'd go plenty full. I'm sure of it. Yeah. As long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop.
What I know is that you are obstructing justice.
Ho, 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 ho.
Let me just label a charge on you.
Intriguing. A young reporter, hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Ah, my pawn destroys your game.
Dang it, this is my scoop. You're messing with my big break. Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. Well, right here, you got me, okay?
Checkmate. Get ready for me to say that a lot this game.
And
Mind chess, checkmate.
Mind chess, there it is in action.
You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary.
Never mind that. Now, play us the tape. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired.
Fine, you can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. You gotta agree to be chief number 2, or be mentor to a rising star, aka me.
Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent? That's a big responsibility, sir.
I am not interested in taking in any more kids. I already have one that is sort of like become my adopted daughter by force.
I think in the fan translation,
I don't know where she is right now.
They
One
say
more thing.
they say mentor instead of chief, so I like the change here in the official.
Yeah,
I'm only surprised you didn't say. I'm only surprised you didn't say he has 2 children to deal with.
Listen, I only acknowledge one of them. The other one is just like a stray cat that wanders into my office every now and then.
Yes.
And one more thing.
Wait, I was trying to imply gumshoe as the second.
Yes, exactly. I'll leave it up to your imagination which one is which.
And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give a star pupil the exclusive, huh?
One who values his time. She's a difficult woman to refuse, and I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise, but the story's yours until the case is solved.
And the job of chief number 2?
I think not.
Yeah. You're no fun. But I guess a girl can't have everything. Oh, for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles.
Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape.
And take off those headphones so we can all hear it.
Yes.
Also,
whatever.
Oh, you all wanted to hear it? Sorry.
Welcome back, Mr. President.
Oh. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more.
The president's speech. Alright, this is you, Tabby.
The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of his decline in popularity by sheer force of will. There's me. Can't beat a little live commentary to set the scene.
Alright, and this is Pain, actually.
Who voiced Pain in the first case? Was that me?
I have no idea now.
I think it was just whoever was an extra for that case.
The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct?
That's fine, yeah.
And this is the chief prosecutor. Bright, you can take
Right.
that.
Oh. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu situation behind him.
Don't worry about it.
Pain.
As
Yep.
well he should be. This is a great day for all of us.
Whose voices are these?
Didn't you hear the people behind the scenes saying who they were?
Although there was two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time.
I know their voices from somewhere. It's a good thing the person voicing me did spoil who they were.
Wait, the part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches a fever pitch.
The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice.
2.
Well, what the? Ah!
So, 2 shots were fired.
Yep, and that tells us something.
Ho 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 ho. Nope, bye. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. One of the 2 shots fired, one hit the president. Which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order.
Unless it passed through the flag and then hit the president.
Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag into the balloon is...
I can't believe they actually did try to kill the steel
From the
samurai.
left!
They did, how could they? This is the worst crime here. Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets. And places our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area.
You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, that was common fucking sense.
You say that, but common sense is actually going just along with how the flag happened to be flying at the time. If the flag was flying in a particularly different direction, then it might actually be in a different direction. And it might also be a little bit different if the flag was flying in such a way
Do
that
not
the shooter
question
happened
the
to...
diagram, Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe.
Not to mention,
I'll
we don't
need-
necessarily know whether the pup was actually from the other side of the lake and happened to fire over the lake where nobody
Detective
was
Gumshoe.
actually looking.
Sniper shot.
Detective Gumshoe? Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir?
Shut up! I need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Now do what am I bidding?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just trying to be smart and point out all the loopholes in the logic. I'm using my own logic.
Gumshoe, you do not have the logic button. Only I have the logic button. Only I may use it. Now go!
So said the rules of the world.
So, just trying to be
I've already read this line.
smart and Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess? Or do you need me to keep them all in that position so that we have a specific group of suspects that we can actually look at and try and figure out who might actually be the shooter? Or are you just going to get rid of all of them so that we don't know who it could be and just merge everyone together?
What
Instead
evidence
of
remains
narrowing
to
it
be found
down.
may already be deteriorating. Just catalog them while you move them. Go on.
Are you going to read your line, sir?
I did read my line. So I'll need you to be quick about it.
Yes, sir.
Chief! Hey, I'm talking to you, Chief!
I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd?
I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte.
How many detective people in the detective game have fortes? Jesus Christ.
I'm the best crowd
40
header you
of
ever
them.
did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push him wherever you like.
40 of them have fortes.
I'm a very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach may be preferable.
Hey,
All right, we
I'm the
need it.
ultimate fucking reporter. You tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief. Not until Dual Destinies.
What about mine?
Whatever you
What
say.
about me, sir?
I'm your boss, not your chief.
Whatever you say,
A
Chief.
chief is a kind of boss.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, your wish is my command.
I somehow doubt that. Alright, peons, go! Do my bidding!
Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you.
God, you could have cleaned it up a little bit.
Miss Lloyd here cleared everybody out, just like that. You should have seen it.
Did you catalog them?
Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief, that is. She sends them running twice as quick.
She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easy on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do.
Wait, you never pay for my cleaning, sir.
Oh, you mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worried on your pretty little head about that.
Actually, he did and turned out a blaze. He offered to clean it.
Okay, I take it back.
It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and alakazam! No more dirt.
But then the dirt's on you.
On the outside, perhaps, but you'd still have something of a problem with the inside.
Yeah.
We're ready to get back to the investigation whenever you are, sir.
The crowd has trampled the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all.
All right.
What if there's a sign that actually says left and right?
Man, the lens is cracked. What am I gonna do? The circuit board's hanging out. The whole thing's spitting sparks. It's like a fireworks show in there. Probably not a good idea to touch it, I guess.
I think you need a new camera.
Definitely not. Fireworks can be deadly, right, sir?
This isn't exactly rocket science, Detective.
Actually, I think fireworks might qualify as rocket science technically, in a vague way. At least when it comes to trajectories.
The cameraman is clearly otherwise occupied. Perhaps I can talk to him later. Get out of my way, Gumshoe.
You even got a picture of the trash yourself? A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh?
Detective Gumshoe?
Your job.
Really, sir. I do this for a living.
The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished.
As it should
Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures.
Is he enjoying himself?
He's a raccoon.
I was just about to say my persona's a raccoon.
Yeah.
Bingo, a popsicle stick. Gotta love the jokes they put on these.
Buddy.
Detective!
Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something.
Good work, Detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details.
My favorite brand of pipe.
Perfect on
I
this
sure
day.
can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir.
We can rotate the item with blah.
If you want, I can move it closer or further away, too. Here, let me shove it in your face.
I can use Q to examine an object up close and... Oh no. The
That
letter's
letter.
back.
And when you spot something, just say the word.
I can point out suspicious areas with the cursor, press the space bar to inspect them more closely.
Am I crazy?
Alright,
Does this
let's see
smell
what
like
we
a
can
hamburger?
discover.
Just a regular old bag.
Spitty,
Yeah.
spitty, spitty. Alright, open the pipe, and inside we have paper and nothing else. This is a document of some kind.
Hey, look, they're playing Mind Chess too.
What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan? The diagram of the president's security arrangements.
His insecurity arrangements?
I mean, have you seen him? It probably is.
It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned to take care of his crippling anxiety.
It even has his people's names on it. Rook and knight. Hold on, I know a chess rook.
So his bodyguards aren't natives of Zhengfa, which means they aren't furries.
I
How
heard he
can you
uses
trust
some.
them then?
I heard he uses some private security firm.
But why not employ people from his own country?
I know why not. You don't want to hear a little tabloid exclusive?
You really know something?
I sure do. I was over at the embassy not so long back, sniffing out a story.
Look, don't remind me of
they're doing
embassies. I have traumatic memories of embassies.
Don't you
Well-
have traumatic memories of everything? Embassies, elevators, earthquakes, elderly ladies.
This is why
Oh.
my cursed letter is what it is.
Just realized that.
While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force.
Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Get in my pocket.
Hello, Jane.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Glad you make it.
What was it doing dumped there in that bag?
You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to a matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified.
Huh? Hey, there's something else in here.
I wonder.
Let me just grab it with my bare hand.
What? My!
Is
I've
that
now
a gun in
framed
your
you for the
pocket, or
murder,
you just
haven't you?
happen to see me?
What's a gun doing in there?
Gee, I wonder.
It's this bag. It's gotta belong to the...
Yes. It could very well have been disposed of by our would-be assassin. A revolver. It would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here amid all the chaos. Get in my brain. Could this be the work of a professional?
That would explain the security plan, too.
I think we need to take a very close look at our latest find. Come around, Gumshoe. That's what you should do with a gun. That's the safest way to handle. Yep, Gumshoe, you're absolutely right. All right.
He's seen Dirty Harry. This is what you do with a gun.
2 spent bullets in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard on the recording.
That proves it. This must be the weapon that was used.
I don't think so.
Something else? Nope.
Exactly 2 bullets fired. This backs up what we heard on the recording. This part is called the grip. You can beat people to death with it. I've had a few guns in my time, though they've never felt quite right in my hand. Especially the one I threw at my father.
We clearly know Edward is a swordsman. Oh my god.
This one is no exception.
There was also the one that he held when he was framed for murder.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
no,
is
no.
a laser sight.
It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press this here...
Bang! Shoots Edgeworth in the face.
Yep, definitely a red laser. I'm just imagining Tabby immediately jumping at the laser point.
Could no, that's K. K would jump at the laser point.
Yeah.
Look, I
Could
say
the
Tabby
assassin have
because
used a
Tabby
laser-
cat.
Yeah.
Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president?
A New
You
York style
also
cat.
Get in my brain. And also, you need to get in my pocket.
Why should I care?
That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show, a bag in the hand is worth two in the trash.
Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask of you if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gun to forensics and see if they can find any prints other than yours.
Honest,
A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along.
got the results for you, sir.
That was quick!
You bet it was. Told the text it was ultra super high priority.
It was 2 seconds, Gumshoe.
Oh man, if only it worked that way in real life.
But, they came up empty.
Well, probably because they only spent 2 seconds on it. And they checked everywhere.
Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them.
I should have known it wouldn't be that easy.
They are really fast at their job. They might even be faster than you are, sir.
At what? This wooden sign looks almost brand new. I imagine if it was placed here recently.
At what? I don't know, but a certain other person told me you were very fast. I don't know what he was talking about.
You need to stop talking to other people, Gumshoe.
What's it say? 50 yards to the gaudy museum? And 70 yards to the... never mind.
What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will you?
70 yards to the boathouse.
Oh boy. The boathouse.
It feels like a million years since that whole sorry affair unfolded. Fond memories, detective.
Really? Yeah. Fond memories, sir.
And achievement. Good job.
Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Why do you sound like her?
Who is he again?
It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office.
He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne?
What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself.
His voice. I recognize it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where is the chief prosecutor?
He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the cordon.
So he had me summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up? That asshole. Rude.
And we present the badge.
We
You
must.
say you attended today's... You said you attended today's ceremony in order to gather material for an article of some kind.
You bet I did. Ain't the kind of thing that happens every day.
And when did the ceremony begin?
Right after the rain stopped, we got lucky. It was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the president's plane touched down right around 1:45. And the speech started at 2 on the nose.
What about the shooting?
Must have been at maybe 20 after?
So 20 minutes after the ceremony began.
Yeah, shots rang out, tearing through the air like only moments before he even been alive with cheers. Then tragedy, the president dropped to the floor, felled by an unknown assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gourd Lake.
What was that all about?
Sorry, just making some voice notes. Gotta get those ideas down the second they come into the old noggin, you know. Ain't every day you get to report on the assassination of a president, after all. It's dramatic. It's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that puts the readers right there on the scene.
And did the president really drop to the floor?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Officers on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane.
Hey, y'all can't blame me for getting a little carried away now, can you?
I'd better take any testimony she gives with a good-sized pinch of salt.
Present the badge.
Badge. T. Yep.
Hey, I've heard about these. How come it ain't stuck to your jacket or whatever?
Because that's not the custom.
It is too. All lawyers wear them. I've done seen it. So, what's the story with yours?
I'm a prosecutor, not a.
No comment.
Guess these legal egos gotta make themselves feel superior to us regular folks somehow.
No, that's a YouTuber.
I would like it to be on the record that I made no such comment.
Alright.
Reference.
Stop it, you calling me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, Tabby Lloyd, reporter at large. Does kind of have a ring to it, don't you think?
Well, yeah, you kind of were born into that job, given your name. But you are a reporter, correct?
Sure am. A reporter in training.
What? Have you had any articles published?
Fixing to look up my work, huh? Well, that might be tricky.
And yet, you call yourself a reporter nonetheless.
Fake it till you make it. Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here's a big old scoop. No mistake about it. And I've got the whole thing on tape. Don't miss a second. And that's all thanks to my trusty mic and even my trustier tape machine. I'm about to set the journalistic world on fire, just like my mentor before me. You know the Chief Ruffles, my mentor, my inspiration.
Who could it be?
Oh, I have a hunch.
No, but you have mentioned her repeatedly.
Did I? Can't rightly say I remember.
What kind of reporter forgets a thing like that?
Well, it's just like the Chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can.
What?
What kind of mentor says that?
Accurate? I don't know.
Oh, you should have heard her the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself the juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear?
Oh, now we know who.
Yeah, I had a hunch.
I don't.
Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke.
Jess, you met her in the first game.
Nah, I'm the kind of reporter who puffs on the fire until the smoke about chokes you.
I'm gonna need a reminder.
How is that any better?
Lot of heart. It's
It's
Wait,
puff,
that was
puff
Lotta?
past day.
yeah, that's like the reference we're trying to make here. Definitely a lot of heart.
Huh.
Definitely Lotta, yeah.
Anyway, I think it's Q time.
It's not Q time.
Oh, we're missing something then.
The television truck appears to be stuck in the mud.
Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir.
We don't talk about that.
Then you just rolled away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kinda lonely.
Yeah, did I do that? I think I might.
Wow.
Ah, shit.
You came back, You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes.
Well, you know what they say. If you can't remember what you forgot, it probably wasn't important.
I know you'd never forget about me, sir.
Yeah. Shut up, Gumshoe. Of course I wouldn't, barring those 15 minutes anyway.
All right.
I think it was 15 minutes. I mean, my watch kind of died at 15 minutes after you left me, so I don't know how long it actually was, but it couldn't have been more than 15 minutes, right? I mean, the sun only moved through a quarter of the sky.
You need to... Oh, you can talk to Gumshoe, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But...
So not queue time, right? There's something else you gotta do?
Yeah, so you couldn't talk to him before, but now you can talk to the cameraman. You're with one of the news channels.
Yep. Can I help you?
You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look?
Wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky.
And why is that, huh, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something?
No, it's just that my camera was knocked over and all the panic. And it's kind of on fire. And now I can't get it to work, you know, because it's on fire.
That footage would have helped immensely.
Yeah, just luck.
Yeah, guess who?
This is you, Katie.
I had a feeling, okay.
She's back.
What the?
You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's fucking go!
I know that voice. It's my other child. Kay!
Yay!
Dramatic entrance as always.
Oh, I love that.
Honestly, I leave you alone for 2 seconds. But don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only, Kay Faraday.
So are we gonna keep her in a cage, or...?
No cage could contain her. She'll just pick her way out of it.
Look, Faraday cage, okay? I'm trying to make a reference.
I got the joke.
Hero. Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore?
Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. I'm taking time out for some intensive training. Hi, baby! No!
Do not call me that.
Oh, whoa! Context there, Kay. Goodness!
Edgeworth's like, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, Edgeworth. I saw a cat. I'm taking time.
You mean you saw a mirror?
Great. Being the second
What do you mean a
Yatagarasu,
mirror? He's a bird.
being the second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy.
Kay helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago when I was working a case. Oh god. The case of the Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will. And who claimed only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, successor to the so-called Great Thief.
There's not a lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. Seek a way out. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. I already have Mr.
Time, she'll
Edgeworth's
steal
credit
Edgeworth's
card.
heart.
What are you doing here, Kay?
Oh, yeah, I needed to return your credit card. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep it for 2 weeks.
What? So what is this one I've been using then?
Oh, I
that's
think that's
mine.
mine, sir.
What? Oh, kids.
What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. The gunshot.
I suppose she did mention being fond of such things.
What bank would give a credit card to Gumshoe, though?
True. Credit in the negative.
A fraudulent one.
And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys. But now I don't have to.
Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever.
It has been 10 days. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself.
Nope,
What does that
ramen.
mean?
So, Kay, are you really here to save the day?
Yep. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang.
Did you now? Then you better show them to me.
Wow! Your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl gotta do to impress you, huh?
It doesn't swing that way.
I know,
I've been
right,
over this
Mr.
multiple
Prosecutor, he
times.
has about as much fun as a dang a toothache. Won't even let me call him Chief. Aw, but I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter at your service.
Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. This one time, he...
Sir, I think your 2X's are starting to talk. From what I hear, you
can
should never
chat
do
later.
that.
Stop talking behind my back. Okay, can I see those pictures?
But they're not talking behind your back. They're talking right in front of your front.
Well, fine, here.
What the fuck?
Whoa, okay then.
That is one hell of an expression.
I took this one right when the gun went off.
I didn't know he was an Indian.
Oh my god.
Just
I'm more distracted by Minecraft J. Jonah Jameson.
My fellow
It's Steve from Minecraft. We found him.
My fellow Jane Firestar.
It was total chaos. People running everywhere.
and you're just taking pictures.
The president and his 2 bodyguards.
What's with the guy in the neck brace?
The names on the security plan were Knight and Rook, I think.
But which one's which?
What's that?
I'm going to say Rook is the one with the flat top, and Knight is the one with the horse mane.
Thank you
That happens
indeed,
to
Kay.
be yellow and match the mane of the other horse in our group.
Oh! You don't say.
I think you provided us with a vital clue.
Hold on. Pause. Serenity. Why is the president a fucking lion, man? This is where we're making all the furry
He's a
jokes.
furry. All of
They're
Shang-Fa
all
are furries.
furries in Zangfa.
Oh my god.
Serenity, I think we agreed the president is not a lion man, the president is Ganondorf.
I can see.
There are no
as a lion.
there are no furries in Zangfa.
Oh God! Yes. Yes.
Ooh, your eyes just lit up like a pair of danged Christmas trees. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, get it, tell the readers what you spotted.
A contradiction.
Huh? A what now? I don't see nothing strange.
Well, the president's supposed to be a badass, and here he looks downright dirty.
Allow me to show you.
I thought Derpy was a horse.
This picture shows the moment of the incident, but another piece of evidence shows something different. I need to highlight the point of contradiction, and then employ my powers of deduction. First, to find the contradiction in the photograph, I need to move my cursor up to his face. Yes, this is it. I'll simply press T to make my deduction. Alright, press it hard. Deduce it with all the power of the world. Now to present the evidence that proves the contradiction.
This is some really interesting eye examination.
Yes, indeed. We have found the president's 3rd eye. Now this is what we call a gun. Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here, but guess what? You're actually wrong.
If you say so, sir, I can't see anything myself.
That's because I'm wrong. You don't see it? Something so obvious? That's a contradiction in itself, because I'm wrong.
Edgeworth, you You know, if you made a mistake, you can just tell me, don't you?
No, because I'm wrong. A mistake, I have done no such thing, except for when I have, because I'm wrong. I'll prove it to you that I'm not wrong.
Yep, you're just one step ahead.
Prove the contradiction. What is the... We don't need to discuss what this is on his forehead. We need to discuss whether or not he should have something on his forehead in the first place.
It's the newspaper, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have to first prove that he doesn't normally have the have the bright red spot on his forehead.
He's not Indian. Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping, if you would, Miss Lloyd.
It's like, look.
Now look at Kay's photograph. Compare the two carefully. Can you spot the difference?
Huh? What am I looking for here?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're all blind.
Well, I'll be.
Indeed, there's something on the president's forehead. Something that wasn't there in the other picture.
It's clearly a laser.
God,
It's clearly a laser sight. Why do we have to...
What are you talking about?
This
Clear?
is a
How is
tutorial
it
case.
clear?
Why do we have to... Oh, this is like
This is the
pulling
most
teeth.
obscure piece of information in the whole series. It is impossible to make this deduction on your own.
What is that? Some guy...
Oh my god.
Eric, you hold the idiot
Even
bowl.
I
Now
got
you.
that stupid. Come on, you gotta give old boy Gumshoe some credit. I can't be that stupid.
He is that stupid. Apparently.
Read the line, Gumshoe.
What is that? Some kind of birthmark?
Yay.
He
We
says
forced
like
it out
he's
of him.
colorblind to the color red.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn, Kay.
No.
So dumb.
Read the line.
Yeah, guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. I'm an idiot.
Get in my brain, obscure piece of knowledge. I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken.
Did he get beaten by a bug then, maybe? I mean, that is a legitimate potential reason.
Yeah, that's it. That right there's a big old bug bite.
No.
And you thought it was something important. Look that look on your
Oh my
face.
god. The absolute
You should know
worst.
the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial
Hold on, pause.
details.
What were we gonna say, Bright?
Details like a fucking laser sight on the president's head. Why does Ace Attorney require you to go so
We
slow?
must make Edgeworth
Listen.
smarter.
Did you know that sound travels through immovable objects?
Listen, I promise this is the worst this game gets at this.
Yep.
This is the most
This is the low
obnoxious
point.
part of like
It's all uphill
yeah,
from
this
here.
is the lowest point.
So we don't have a moment like that ridiculously long interrogation of what's his name
No.
at the end of the
Nope.
last one.
God, no,
No.
we don't.
It's actually
Ooh.
good writing.
Ooh, again with the face. All right. Duly noted, Chief.
I'm pretty sure the only reason it's being this pedantic about it is because it has to tutorialize it.
Now we can cue. Red birthmark. I don't know. What else could it be?
Birthmark. And connect it with the laser sight. Please connect it with the laser sight. I'm going to put these two pieces together and educate the whole world about how lasers work. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark.
I have done it.
The picture of the president with the sight on his forehead is like the facial expression I've been making this entire fucking time.
I think I've grown a birthmark.
Also, for Serenity, she mentions the guy on the right is just a Sonic in human form. I swear to God. Yep. Character designs up the wazoo here. Let's go.
Really?
I'm
So it
crying.
wasn't the bug bite? Oh god, why am I so stupid?
Gumshoe, hand me the gun. I'll show you what it is. No, what we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and then disappear.
Like,
It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight. Play the pursuit music. Da, 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 da.
then a killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead?
No.
Does it fucking matter? It's somewhere on his body. Who cares where it is? And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out.
Yeah, that's gonna do more than itch.
Really? You think? Indeed, I feel the president may be in even more danger than we thought.
Feel shot in the
More
head.
more danger than someone is trying to kill him? How could you be in more danger than someone is trying to kill you?
Because he might have
people are
gotten
trying to
shot
kill
in
you.
he might have gotten shot in the head. And that the gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. Let me update that in my pocket.
Why would the pup use a laser sight, though? Gee, logic!
I wonder. He's right. You'd stand out like crazy using something like that.
You'd stand out with a gun, period.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew! It's not like you could just go around shooting lasers all over the place.
Why not?
No, and anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter.
Seems like a pretty bad idea all around.
Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight's in one of them.
It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at least.
A long shot like the shot they made.
Alright, Kay, let's see these other pictures. Now that we're done with that nonsense.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Why did my voice crack that badly? I thought I was done with puberty. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south.
Selfie.
It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken up with your face.
I didn't think there would be a case, Mr. Edgeworth. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I see three things that could be notable. I see pain, I see the guy he's whispering to, and why am I concerned about the guy in the blue hat?
Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? Not our president, though, but the furry president. So he is my president.
Yes.
Kay has decided to move to Zengfa.
Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you, and this one I showed you before is from just after the first shot was fired. The second shot came just seconds after this. Then there's ass.
What's this? I can hardly see anything.
I got knocked over when everyone started running right after that last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident.
Not sure this one's gonna be much use, kid.
So.
But look at that man's ass.
We can pretty much guess that one's going to be like the pivotal picture for somehow.
Yes,
And
that
that's
person's
Just because
butt.
he said that.
The case will be solved because of that person's immaculate butt. And that's all of them. Oh, that's not my line. Sorry,
Hey,
I've decided to become the great thief instead.
That's my job, Edgeworth. And
well,
that's all
you
of them.
wait long enough and someone will steal it from you. Time to take a closer look at that man's butt.
All right, pick
Let's
one.
examine the picture from... Butt! Is there any hint of the laser sight here in this picture?
Nope.
Butt!
Present butt.
Look at his ass.
Let's examine the picture from. Any hint of the laser size?
Right there. I'm back pain.
Ah, they're trying to shoot pain. Say thank you.
And the fans
the world
rejoice.
is now saved. There, I
yeah,
see
I
it.
don't know. Hold on, guys. Maybe we should hear out this assassin. He might have good ideas.
What is it, sir?
Look closely at the person with the red hood.
Whoa, there it is.
Indeed, that's our laser sight right there.
So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be...
The shooter, yes.
It's Jason Todd.
Yeah, no, I was literally just thinking that. We found him. We we found him. We found Jason Todd, and it's all thanks to yours truly.
Look, I know you're saying it's Jason Todd, but this person is going after a world full of furries. So obviously, it's Little Red Riding Hood trying to kill the big bad wolf. How she confused
my
the
God,
lion
you're
out
right.
there with the big bad wolf, I have no fucking idea.
You got
Indeed, Gumshoe, you have made a correct assumption. You led us right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief, the truth. Red Riding Hood is trying to kill the furries.
Revenge for Granny!
You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures, too.
Oh, so we are looking for crooks and grannies.
Let's take another look. No! We're trying to avenge the crooks and grannies.
Oh, you do care about
Our
the
red
grannies.
hooded suspect could be in another one of the pictures. Is the person with the red hood here somewhere?
Take that! I wonder. Look, right there!
A red jacket. That must be our suspect. And here I thought the butt was important.
Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway.
And some
Luckily-
choice ass.
Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed.
Ah, the samurai dog stand! They
Precisely.
needed those samurai dogs.
Which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe?
On it, sir. Consider it cleared.
Good. I'm counting on you to catalog every single person that you move.
Yeah, why are we moving everyone? Shouldn't we just look for the person in the red hood?
Catalog them! There he is, or she is, rather. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood.
I fucking called it!
The enemy of all furries. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. It'll be time now to exterminate you for killing the Steel Samurai and the furry president, I guess. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now, let us continue our investigation.
Samurai dogs for $3.
How cheap?
There's evidence. There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it.
The banner advertising the rifle range has fallen over. It must have been knocked down in the what? Was it knocked down in the crutch?
I sense
I think
typo.
he's
That's
rushed.
a typo.
In a rush.
It must have been knocked down.
Crush is a term for like a large crowd trying to frantically get somewhere.
I've
Oh.
never
So
heard
it's
the
slang
term-
that I've never heard of.
I've never
Right.
heard the term crush used like that.
Well said, Mr.
Yeah,
It must have been knocked down in the crutch.
It's a thing.
It's covered in footprints too. Hold on, my computer. It froze for a second. The
Whoa!
crowd must have really panicked.
Hey, know where I can buy one of these?
Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing Gumshoe on it and wearing it on your back. We all know who you are.
What? How did you guess? Are you a mind reader, sir? Is that it?
It was a joke, but I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective.
Also, the $3 for a game.
Accurate.
$3 for a game or
lined
for a
up
piece
along
of
the
food.
counter.
Same
They're
same
toy
price
rifles.
for shooting a gun as it is for getting a piece of food.
There are toy rifles lined up along the counter.
Ooh, a rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. A regular sharpshooter.
Are you?
I thought you said you hated guns.
Oh, I don't hate them. I just don't really like them.
Isn't that basically the same thing?
No,
kind
it
of
is
toy gun.
not. Present the badge.
You must.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. That's a cool badge. Very severe.
As it should be. After all, it symbolizes both the sanctity and the strictness of the law.
Yeah, well, my badge symbolizes, love, justice, peace, courage, duty, and compassion.
Damn, that's a lot of things.
You just strung a bunch of words together, didn't you?
Isn't that
And what about your beloved truth?
tenets of Confucianism?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know that?
Okami.
Okami.
Oh,
Bright would know.
Did you like my big entrance? But I really am your hero now, huh?
Well, your evidence helps things along, certainly.
Hey, I'm the second Yatagarasu, remember? All in a day's work. Kinda wish I could have showed you how far I've really come with the whole great thief thing, though. It's been 10 days.
The training you mentioned? About that.
pardon me for a moment, Jack. Just a minute or two.
Okay.
Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet, I promise!
Yet.
So the whole great thief thing is just on hold. For now, anyway.
That's a relief, I suppose.
Yeah, I wanted to get out there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. But I've still got a ways to go with my trading. And I need to find some partners in crime.
I hope she means that figuratively.
No. I can't be the only girl in the world looking to pull off the most daring heist ever attempted. I just need to find some more lesbians.
Have you heard of the Payday Gang?
True, but not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I'd wager.
Have you tried a girl named Carmen?
Hey, I'm a great thief. I totally sympathize. If you feel you gotta grab something, you should just go ahead and grab it. Even if it's worthless. That's the
Please
pro break.
rephrase that line.
Oh, wait.
You feel like I gotta grab something, just go ahead, grab it.
What a kleptomaniac
No.
she is.
Someone clip that, please.
Chat, please.
No!
Also, Jane is.
Look, I just meant the crow brain. The crow brain.
Ooh, shiny. Where in the world is Carmen? I know, right?
Yep, no doubt about it. If you compare the pic I took to the newspaper clipping, he doesn't have... I'm gonna kill myself.
She
The
will
red
hold on to.
birthmark... The red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction, alright.
Indeed. Though I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark suddenly appearing.
Oh, that reminds me. I might have to steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial thefts.
Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used.
It's a better sequence of words. Why just rob a house when you can rearrange the furniture too? That's what I did in your office.
Oh, that's why I had to have Gumshoe reorganize everything. You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting.
I think that might be a typo, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
But no, like, here's the thing, Mr. Edgeworth. You just gotta go into somebody's house and then move all their
You've
furniture
lost me at
to-
step 1. I must scour the scene and inspect stuff.
Is that the same line as before?
That's not the line.
This is the new Nooks and Crannies line. I'm not going to say it every single time.
Just say the nooks and crannies.
I must scour the scene and inspect all of the nooks and gizmos.
He's now allergic to the line.
I have retired it for a reason. There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what is under the stand, please?
Is Chess back? Not sure if he's back
I
yet.
don't think so. I guess we'll have to wait then.
Yep. Jane says Spidey's
Gumshoe's going to be spending a while looking at that.
Yep.
Gumshoe has to prepare himself.
Processing. Processing. Must make himbo joke. Spy Music Kitchen, Carmen San Diego. Fluff, I just love a good spy movie. You know what? So do I. I feel like my good spy thrillers. So, what'd y'all do this Easter while we're waiting for Chess to come back?
My sister came down to see us. I thought I was gonna have to go. I thought that was the case too, but actually she came to us. So she brought her boyfriend too, so I got to meet him for the first time. Then
I'm back.
we.
What did I
Give
miss?
him the talk.
What? No, I didn't give him any talk.
You threaten him.
No, he can do whatever he wants.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Brother.
Not much, just talking to Kay.
He missed a singular line.
Yep, this is the line. Gumshoe.
There's something down here, alright? Let's see.
A red raincoat. This must be
completely unrelated.
The one the suspect was wearing.
They must have taken it off and hid it under there before they made their escape. Get in my pocket.
That's a very big pocket, Mr. Edgeworth.
It is, isn't it? I invented it myself. It's called Hammerspace. It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood, and it sells samurai dogs.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got $1.50 if, you know.
Are you
You're not actually
propositioning me, Gumshoe?
You're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on the job.
Oh, I didn't mean to. That is, maybe when we're done?
Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one. And only one. Understood?
Wow, you really
Yippee!
wanted that.
Sorry, sir. I never should have. Wait, did you say I could have one?
Yes. Why?
God
Is
damn.
something the matter?
Edgeworth character growth moment.
No, it's just. I wasn't expecting you to. Thanks, sir. Who brings a tear to my eye?
Yeah, shut up. What's this?
A red button. Hey, do you think.
You're right, it fell from the president's forehead. Could it have been dropped by a red-hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely.
I want to see how these games with $3.
It says samurai dogs. Now a Sakura relish. Just in time for spring.
Hey, topical.
Sakura, huh? What does that taste like?
It tastes like Japan.
Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries?
Blossoms are blossoms and cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things.
Ugh. But you're right, I suppose.
So what does Sakura really taste like? This is my kind of mystery.
Plot twist, that's our next lead.
To figure out the taste of Sakura.
Alright, what are we missing?
The coat.
Oh, yep.
The sleeve. It's inside out. The button is missing too.
Gee, I wonder what the next cues are going to be.
There's nothing of interest here. Oh, there's something of interest here. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve.
No, it's not inside out and the button's still attached.
It seems entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground.
Oh, objection from the chat. Calling out the bullshit.
I assume we need to cue the sleeve and the button.
Cue it up.
Well, let's see. Let's test that hypothesis. All right. We connect the red button with the revolver. With the sleeve.
Clearly, this button could only have been shot off by a bullet.
No, the button was
found.
planted onto the man's forehead.
The button we found seems to have come from the man's forehead. Or actually, this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off of the man's forehead.
Huh. The right sleeve's inside out, too.
It seems it was removed in a hurry. Fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after the shooting after shooting at the president. They then slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area.
Look at that ass.
This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off.
Yeah, that and the missing button.
The question, of course, is, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve?
Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out. There's no way that can happen completely randomly.
Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached.
So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. The right sleeve is inside out.
And you can clearly see where the button was torn off.
Yes, whoever discarded this raincoat did so in quite a hurry. God, they could have at least cleaned it first.
I know, so uncouth.
Let's take a closer look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir.
Wow, they got ketchup on the inside. This is a bloodstain.
Gasp.
And considering where it's located, I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin.
So we're looking for someone with an injury.
Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm.
Huh? How do we know that?
It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, Detective, there is a bloodstain on the left side lining of the raincoat because...
As the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve.
Precisely. Or at least, we could say that there's a very good probability that was the case. Get into my pocket, bloodstain.
Oh wow, now your
The
blood,
pieces-
like your pocket's all bloody now.
Imagine that. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Investigation complete. Heal my brain. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects.
Yes, sir.
Remember when I said catalog all of them? I wanted you to do it for this moment.
Suspicious characters with injured left arms coming right up.
You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty bitty pieces and putting them together like that. You'll have your man in no time.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for ya.
The park is still cordoned off, so a would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Why am I even saying this? Of course you are.
Oh, it's not to be continued.
Nope. We're
Felt
gonna
like
get
it
to
would've
one
been.
before the end of the night, so don't worry. I have a perfect stopping point in mind.
Okay, because I'm getting sleepy.
Yep.
Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir.
Way to nab the assassin, Gummy!
Hold on, Kay. It's a little too soon to be jumping to conclusions.
But, buddy,
For the moment, they're a person
Ow.
of interest and nothing more. Understood?
okay, no jumping.
But he's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president.
In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin.
They're really building him up.
This is
Bring him over here, Detective. Carefully.
This is no ordinary assassin. This is a really dumb assassin.
Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
I wonder,
Oh, who could this be?
who could this man be?
Just a regular man.
No umbrella, a bandage on his left arm.
Well, pal, state your name already.
I wonder.
John Doe. John, I'm sure.
John Doe. Not a name you often hear in real life.
I wonder if it's fake.
That's correct.
I know this man from somewhere, I'm sure of it.
And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Okay.
Bless you.
Bless you, Mr. Edgeworth. Jeez.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. You know my name?
It apparently elicits an allergic reaction.
Sorry, I'm allergic to murderers.
Of course. I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Now perhaps you care to explain why you've asked to speak with me?
As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance?
Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not.
I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we are seeking.
My. Oh, isn't that just shocking?
And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you.
All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair.
Two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Can't tell the readers what happened next.
A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words.
Dare I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail?
Yeah, let him
Blather
go.
on, blather
Let him,
on.
let him go. Let him speak.
Tutorial.
Let him cook.
Nope.
In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in a statement of theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves it.
Oh, this.
And to do that, I'll need to first open my organizer with BLH, and then press T to present my evidence.
Foreboding.
And what if there ain't no inconsistencies to find?
Then you change tack, press for more information, and see what you can shake loose.
Indeed, I could press my opponent with Q.
Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth?
Stepping up to bat, our nation's top prosecutor.
Literally.
Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. Everybody shut up. Good God.
Yep. First confrontation here. A freaking guy looks like this. Just John Doe.
I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. Let me progress. Button.
Oh no!
My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right.
To hold a gun.
When it started raining, I simply opened up my umbrella. No raincoat required.
So you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat, is that correct?
It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one, after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella.
Team Raincoat over here. They're perfect for when a girl really needs to move.
Heck, I don't use neither.
You just die?
How does your sound equipment stay good?
Come on. Comes rain, sleet, snow, or shine. It's my trusty Parker every time.
Oh.
Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue.
So you see, I am not your would-be killer.
And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe.
Please, I am just a simple ice cream set. Oh my.
What?
Yep.
Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all
My
this
goodness, what else did that mouth do?
That mouth
I don't think you want to know.
The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time.
Second line, present the blood stain.
You're so fast with this.
That one,
Well, I was
because we
told
do
I was
have proof.
fast.
No, I wanted to press it once. No.
Nice and easy.
Control users when they have to use a keyboard and mouse.
I'm not even bad with keyboard and mouse. I just barely use it for visual novels.
You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. Are you hear my sweet remix objection
Remix
theme?
objection team, let's go!
Yeah!
I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. I cannot hear anything. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation?
Let's do a blood test, idiot.
Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again.
I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of inconvenience.
You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, we could have perhaps made a clean getaway.
What exactly are you insinuating?
As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured.
Yeah, it's so good. Guitar.
And now I can prove that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence.
Why is the ice cream sweating?
Wow.
Because John Doe can't vote, clearly.
That later.
You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin.
God, I love
Attempted
this.
murder of a
This is
foreign
amazing.
leader, causing a diplomatic incident? They'll throw the book at you.
You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood in your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zhangfa and the Steel Samurai.
I am not your assassin.
You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play.
I have not said a word. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat.
He confessed. Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now.
But I did not shoot at the president.
I shot the Steel Samurai.
What about the deputy?
That's the
I was
worst
just-
crime
I did
here.
not shoot the deputy.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth. The only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime.
Actually, it is. Look it up.
Ah, fashion police, are you? I'm no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and shot him out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I'm telling the truth?
As if your story stinks. And you, take a shower. Jeez.
Your nose may be mistaken. Would you like some ice cream?
Is it poisoned? You don't scare me. Give me that ice cream. I'll prove that it's not poisoned. Oh, God.
What? Hey, did you seriously take ice cream or something consumable from a suspected assassin?
I'm sorry.
Well, at least that's one less mouth to feed.
Even I'm not that
On our
desperate.
Wow.
side, you know.
Oof.
Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat. He's like, I have a
Intriguing.
laser pointer for a cat.
Intriguing. But that is not me.
Oh, come on!
Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, and that child there. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today?
I do, actually.
Why?
I mean, I had hoped so.
But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself?
Where to start? Guess we press, maybe.
Do we hear? Let's hear more about that ice cream.
Yes.
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least.
But of course, ask me anything you wish.
Oh, I don't know the first thing about ice cream.
Really?
Edward does
um,
seem like the kind of person who would never have ice cream.
You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous art.
And what does virtue have to do with anything?
Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller.
Just a regular guy.
one who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching residents speak.
Hold it! Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella?
That's so strange. It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it.
Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all.
Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place?
Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all.
You forgot what you were wearing? Eventful?
I wear many things. Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Jingfa was shot at. I feel like this is it.
Well,
If I can press the button. Yeah, because... yeah, they sprang into action during the shooting, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Objection!
No.
Take a look at this! Throws photo in face.
Very well. If you could give me a moment.
Don't you have anything to say?
Nothing whatsoever. Except one thing. The
Yes.
photography sucks.
Oh, well. You could blame this one for that.
Maybe
My
try pressing that
is
point
great.
instead.
I'm gonna go get a samurai dog to get out of this situation. I'm actually gonna be right back real quick.
Okay.
I'll have to listen more carefully to find a contradiction in his statements.
Might as well
I'd
press,
press it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots.
Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did.
You're rather observant, Mr. Doe.
Alright, I got my samurai dog.
I
Yeah.
am blessed with keen eyes.
The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook.
That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect you noticed the light from the laser sight. The man is no amateur.
Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind.
As you wish, and I will add a scoop of ice cream to it as well. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was especially quick to respond.
Press again.
Hold it!
So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move.
By the smallest fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say?
It appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely.
No more so than anybody else, I'm sure.
He's good. He didn't even flinch.
So there's a piece of evidence for this.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. Take a look at the evidence for a moment. Take a look at the diagram.
Security plan. Yep.
Yeah, security plan, that's what I mean. Knight to immediately escort President of plane in case of an emergency. I feel like that's what it might need to be. And also Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. I feel like that's what we'd need to present.
Objection!
Keen eye.
Nice.
Not, well, right evidence, wrong reasoning. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh? Then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names.
Oh, pursuit already. Let's go.
What? You jest, surely. You were the one who spoke the names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan.
Where did you get that?
But look
It's all
closely.
crinkled and stained.
Only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have.
I must get another scoop of ice cream.
Seems pretty darn suspicious to me.
Well, how did you know? Explain yourself!
It was merely a slip of the tongue.
Another lie! He is the assassin, just like we said!
Come, Magnus. It's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. You're making the ice cream melt. I did know the names, yes, and the reason for that is...
Well?
I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted.
What?
Yes, that's it. We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget.
Did you guys fuck?
No, of course not. I have no interest in such deviant activities.
You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying.
You did not understand what a laser sight was.
Touche.
I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
Objection!
Objection? And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that? It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct?
My name is John Doe. Please, you're more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How would that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat?
Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to do it now than breathe, no? Or would you rather I had let it fester?
Ugh. Is he actually going to worm his way out of this?
Furious typing.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already.
Sure, dude.
You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not.
Yeah, that...
I have principles since I have gained my character development.
No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do. Look at this guy.
Shocking since he as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
I think you slipped into the wrong voice there for a second.
Thanks, Francisca.
Has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed as suspicious no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know.
What you know? What's his angle here?
I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood.
Uh-oh.
What? 2 Red Riding Hoods? The furries are under massive attack.
Are you kidding?
No. It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed him just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head.
Bless you.
Oh, you could tell it was a laser beam, could you? He's claiming there was another red hooded person? Preposterous.
Also, not sharing this immediately is like,
We should, although we should be careful around him. He's way smarter than any of us, given that he knew the waster
He's
guys.
just an ice cream salesman, guys. I promise you.
Which just goes to show how bad the police force is in this world. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat.
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient.
To be fair, this would be something that would be like a defendant in an Ace Attorney case. They were like, they were just wearing the same thing as me, I swear.
I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types, you believe me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor.
Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting.
Oh no, I'm talking about the greasy one over there.
Excuse me?
No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Winston Payne is the murderer.
Me?
The balding one screaming. Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. You see, right there, in front of the person with the red hood.
We
That's
almost could
me,
have
yes,
killed him.
but I... what exactly are you saying?
He could have died.
What's his endgame here?
As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And upon details, I noticed something strange. And can this button work?
Does clicking do anything better?
What exactly?
I don't know if it does.
It's basically just the connection being whacked.
Thank you, Parsec.
Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here.
What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this
Thinking
picture?
time. Here we go.
I assume it would be the recording since the woman said that she was right behind them.
Do you agree,
Miss
Legon?
Lloyd said she was... That is my guess, because Miss Lloyd did say a while ago that she was right... that the two people were whispering right in front of her, and... she could still hear them. And yet you can't see her in the picture. So my logic is present that, because how could she have heard the two right in front of her when she's not in the picture right behind them? Take that!
You are correct.
Also,
Of course! The tape! It contradicts the photograph!
Jane from chat says, there's nobody with his hairstyle in that picture. That's why they raised the objection earlier.
Ah, so you have noticed at last.
What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, nothing more complicated than you might understand, but your child...
Someone's
bothered
missing.
saying it.
Someone who should be here.
Huh? But who? Remember, I'm covering half the frame.
Yes, that's totally the problem. Oh, indeed. Let me take this camera and just pan it over here.
The person who is missing from this photograph is...
Oh. I pressed the button!
Huh?
Who's that? I just got here.
Who?
Miss Lloyd?
Who's? figure that?
Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor.
Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time.
She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape.
You're right! But she's not in the picture!
Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person?
Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions?
Whoa, y'all fixing to put me under the microscope now?
And with that, I shall take my leave. My job here is done.
All right, sure, knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide.
We'll see about that.
Ain't like I was standing.
Sorry.
It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style. It was a big old crowd. I guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing about a misunderstanding.
There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it.
Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't.
Are you sure about
I
that?
just met her. But if she did, that would mean...
And she's a pup.
Oh, quit messing with me, as if I could have done a thing like that. Little on me.
I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency.
It does. I thought it was pretty good.
Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction.
But where is it?
Hold it! So the fact that you are not in the picture is to be expected, is what you're trying to tell us.
It surely is. I got your pals, the prosecutors, on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way. Look at it that way, and it all makes perfect sense.
Your assertion, then, is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech.
Yep, diamonds everything. You learn that soon enough in this line of work.
So if I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time, her entire defense will come tumbling down.
So quit giving me the evil eye.
So what is the evidence?
Well, that's your job.
Yep. Any thoughts, Bright, since it's your first time playing the game too?
Nothing immediately jumps out at me.
Wait. Third line. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. Now go to the images. His fist... Nope. His fist is being thrust into the air. That's what it is.
So the tape or the photo?
Either one? Point is, I think that's the inconsistency. I don't know how to present two pieces of evidence.
Which one's stronger is the better question.
Present the image, I'd say. Because then you can actually go, here is him thrusting his fist in the air.
There you go.
Either one works.
Yep.
Okay, so that didn't matter that much.
You did it!
Miss-
Yay!
Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say?
You're dang right it is, and I don't lie.
And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time.
What? You can't prove that.
Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures.
This isn't what I presented.
This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording?
Fist in the air.
If it's within the box, it should be okay.
Yeah, you don't need to get it precisely.
But I want to be precise.
See here? The president has his fist raised.
I'm too paranoid thanks to the DS versions of this where the touchscreen wants to be really whack.
And what about it?
Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again?
No, it ain't that simple.
What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice?
Then that's a bold fist. Like you press the play button.
Don't make it easy. Do your ruffles.
Remember, we are connected with the moment we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist.
We're connected with that moment now, forever.
That's Huang again.
That's
or Wang.
Wang.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Huang was the original version.
No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law.
I'm sorry, Zeus, you pronounced it wrong.
Huang.
The president thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch.
There, that's the moment right there.
Wait, pause. Question from the chat. So wait, are these people voice acting this live, or did you get a voice acted version? Yeah, we're doing this live.
Live.
We are live dubbing this.
Live.
How have you not noticed this?
Live
You did a good job, everybody. Heck yes.
Live
Yeah, we're
from
doing
New
so
York.
good that the
It's
chat
Sunday
couldn't
night.
tell.
I actually am live from New York.
Hey, I feel bad for you.
Oh.
Correct. We've now
wrong with
confirmed
New
when it
York?
occurred in the recording.
Wahahaha. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too.
And she is. Right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood.
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
I was wondering when that bear trap was going to do something.
So you're a shooter, huh?
No, I don't even own a jacket like that.
That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is...
John
You just
Doe.
said it.
We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood.
No, there were two people with red hoods all along? I just remembered she did make the statement about how she can turn the thing inside out.
Oh.
I'm
Yep.
surprised it took
love
you so long to catch on.
That
Yeah.
was an important piece of
It
dialogue.
wasn't just throwaway dialogue. Love this game.
I do
Indeed.
love that, like, they introduce the most assassin of assassin characters in the series. And he's actually
it's
just
not him.
kind of there. He was just there.
Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
Oh, that's easy. On a person.
Ice Cream Seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood.
Can I go home now?
So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd.
Oh, this whole thing? Well, the best
Oh, it
thing
does
about
have a
it, like
red-
I said, is if you get mud and such on it.
Yeah, I only just now noticed there's a red interior.
Yeah.
It does,
Possible,
yeah.
see, and you just turn it inside out and
Details, baby.
Just as I thought.
The inside of her hood, it's red!
That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible.
What's going on here? What were you really up to, huh, pal?
Well, wait, I never even walked that way around.
Perhaps if you would like... Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves.
And y'all gotta confirm that how exactly?
Easy. Strip.
Specifically that part. The rest of it can stay.
It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said...
Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty pocket every time.
If you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Wait a sec now. I got this old backpack on, you see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show y'all some other time?
You think an excuse that weak is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, I was hoping.
Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us.
It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today?
I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear?
Now what?
Who said that? It's you, Zeus.
Alright. Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the endgame.
Hey!
Hold yourself, Zeus?
Yes. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor.
It really does look like you.
You lost this one the moment you made your opening move.
That's one of the men from Kay's photograph.
Guess I better introduce myself.
Revolver Ocelot.
Well, clearly we know who shot the president.
The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. And second command of his security detail.
Bruh, finger off your trigger. Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
That's terrible.
Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you?
Sorry. Can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good.
And humble, too. Jesus fucking Christ.
You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun?
This old girl's on loan from Shangfa. Temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours.
I'm indifferent. Whichever you prefer.
I just noticed he has a chessboard tie.
Really? You have a good fashion sense on you.
They're really going all out with this metaphor.
Yes. This will not be the end of it.
Really? You're giving up the first move advantage, just like that.
There's a lot of chess in this game.
Whatever. Your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn, then.
Is he making movements with his hand as if he's playing chess in the air?
Yes.
He's playing it in his. He's playing chess in his mind.
So you play a little chess, I take it. Do you also do mind chess?
I wish that there was a moment where you could see the chessboard that he's playing with. Edgeworth just waves his arm against it and basically just does a table flip on him.
If this was an anime, if this was an actual anime, that would absolutely be that.
Yeah.
Ah, a fellow fan. Are you, Mr. Red Suit?
The name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble.
Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch.
He didn't? Oh, that's a relief.
Particularly for the young lady here. That means there's no longer a murder charge on the table.
That is good news! Huh, Tabby? Being accused of murder isn't fun.
Yeah, 'cause I'd never...
Now, for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did. Anyhow, our boss.
So you suck.
Put himself in the line of fire.
You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook?
Yeah, it's game over for him. Yeah!
I'm dead?
Sorry.
Oh, shit, I'm dead? No way.
Rook is dead. A genuine loss.
So, you're saying that Tabby...
Yeah. Your friend here killed my colleague. My brother in arms.
Oh, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never.
I'd shut my mouth if I were you. Murderer! Sure, we did what we had to. Sure, we did what we had to do. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame.
Castling? What's that even mean?
You wouldn't know, you play checkers.
You're one of those types. It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king.
Bloody hell, I should have been Edgeworth or someone in this. I fucking play chess, it's my name!
There'll be plenty of chess puns throughout the game.
You'll get there eventually.
There's a lot of chess. This is not the end of the chess metaphors.
And
This
why
whole
didn't
game
you
is
just
one
say
giant
so?
chess metaphor. Mr. Knight, was it?
Yeah? What?
We'll need to see the victim's body right away.
Oh my god, is there... To be continued, please?
Yeah, there's a to be continued right after this scene's over.
Yep, we're here.
Okay.
And if
Almost
possible,
there.
And if
Keep
possible,
my eyes open.
and if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions.
Sorry, no can do.
And why not?
That's the third piece of news. And it's the piece you're gonna like the least.
Okay, but was it the bad news or the good news?
I thought you said there were only two.
The National Police Force of Zhangfa will be handling things from here.
What?
You better be kidding, pal.
Extraterritorial rights?
This
Not
investigation.
again.
This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over.
You're the Edgeworth, right?
You've dealt with this shit.
The one who solved the Yatagarasu case, The president mentioned you, yes.
I'm honored to have warranted his attention.
Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you.
Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president?
But that was a mistake. A big one. He should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take up with President Wong, if you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is.
Ugh.
You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane.
No! No. I never did nothing, I swear!
Double negative.
We can do this the hard way if you like, but in Zhang Fa, justice is served one way or the other.
Furry.
I'm going to shoot. I'm going to
Come on,
shoot
you gotta help me out here,
Winston.
please!
Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the Red Hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case.
You don't say.
I'm innocent, you gotta believe me!
Epic pose.
Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends?
Yep. The
I mean,
end.
Good night,
let him
everybody.
fire, he'll just hit Winston.
Bye, everyone! That was the end of this. The look in her eyes,
Then-
the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her.
Okay, we're gonna need to redo that line.
The look in her eyes, the crack
No,
in her voice.
I
as she
mean the
begs
one
me-
from her.
You didn't hear it?
Oh,
Get that crack.
the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened.
Gasp. To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. What?
Huh?
What the?
Get your filthy hands off of...
Oh my.
Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
It's you!
Oh, so you do remember.
What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers.
Don't even think about it! You don't stand a chance against this guy! Ugh.
Who are you really, Mr. Doe?
Let's just say that I'm not a simple ice cream seller.
You don't say.
Guy's a pro! A hitman! His name's... Shelly the Killer!
I wonder. I could. Did. Who could have seen this
To
coming?
kill her?
We will explain off-stream, Jess.
There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name.
Or the game will.
An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed.
It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face.
You're the assassin we've been looking for?
In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang.
I swear I've seen his picture. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old case files before, but... Ugh. How could I have been so careless?
My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected.
Jeez, did we not have metal detectors?
Nope.
No, of course not. I miscalculated in certain other regards.
Hmm? He didn't bring a gun?
Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life?
What do you want from me?
I'm not choking you. I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case.
He what?
What are you up to, the killer?
I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? But why?
Bastion Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection, a
Seriously,
rivalry,
you
you could
guys
say.
fuck.
It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely.
You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president!
Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane.
You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard!
Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command.
Rook's not around. That means I'm number one.
I wonder if you have what it takes to step in such capable shoes.
Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me!
If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue?
Go.
Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to?
No, not really.
What is he plotting?
You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? Come, let us continue the investigation. Come on.
What do we do, sir?
It would seem we have little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there is no way he can escape.
Yes, sir. You got it.
That's it!
There's a to be continued.
Well,
For our first case! We're only halfway there, guys.
Yep.
Holy budge.
There we go. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. Let's go.
Yep.
This game is great.
All right.
No! Ah! All right, I will take over from here. Relinquishing direct control. Whew. Okay.
right.
Back to title. Very safe.
That was fun.
Yeah,
There we
debut.
go.
We're back with a brand new background to celebrate it. Woo!
Yippee!
So, thank you all for joining me on this Easter Sunday. Glad you could make your time your schedule to get back into this. So, quick thing from the chat, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but thank you so much for the revolver. I'll talk about it off stream, but cool information. But they're saying, basically he's explaining, or they're explaining, how Knight can basically spin the revolver without having it be a danger, essentially. So
Oh, that's really cool.
you can do really cool tricks with a revolver, IRL.
As long as you have the safety.
Yeah.
As long as you have the safety on.
Also, yeah, kudos in the chat. Flair, your Edgeworth is spot on, so great job on this first case so far.
Yay! I'm so happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alright, that said, I want to end the stream right now, but I'm going to see you to raid real quick. Glad to be back, everybody. We'll catch you again for the rest of Case 1 next time, because we'll definitely finish this time around.
Yep. Next time will be the conclusion.
Sounds good.
Alright, so let's see. I want to do some Grand Zeus. Give the Ziva some love.
Bye.
There we go. Catch you then. Tuesday will be
Alright.
Mortal Kami, and then Friday more Elden Ring, so back to a standard schedule the rest of the week. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
fair.